Today, we will discuss the wonderful remedy Veratrum Al, known as the white hellebore, Liliaceae family, and so I called it egoistic lily. It is proved by Dr. Samuel Hahnemann. It is growing in the highlands of the Europe. We prepare our potentized remedy from the tincture of the fresh root stalks and collected early in the June prior to flowering. Whenever we learn any remedy, we should always study with the doctrine of signature. As you know, this plant or rhizome is a very rough and wrinkled. So the wrinkled skin of the hands and feet of Veratrum Al. The plants grown in a southern Europe, where the temperature is cold. So general coldness is always there in Veratrum. Taste of the seeds is bitter. So here also the taste is bitter. Plant is toxic, and we can see toxicity in a Veratrum patient or conditions like diarrhea, septicemia, vomiting. Taste is sweet initially, the plant taste is sweet initially, then bitter and then acrid. Same we have observed, the child is always mild and initially, then irritable, followed by anger, then rage, and then violence. So all stages comes in a Veratrum child that we will going to be discuss. Dr. Hahnemann used this remedy in a mental derangements, epilepsy, disease of digestive disorders, a perfect picture of collapse with extreme coldness, blueness and weakness we get in this drug. Cold perspiration on the forehead with nearly all complaints we will see. It's a great fainting remedy, and that is why we compare with the camphor and other remedy carbovasion. Faint from emotions, least exertion, slight injury, profuse diarrhea, and vomiting. It's a good remedy, useful in both extremes of life, childhood and old age. I have seen many Veratrum children and their mothers having a peculiar state of mind during pregnancy. As we all know that when you have a child patient who has advanced pathology, every homeopath go and generally takes the mental state of mother during pregnancy. So one should have a sound understanding of mother's state during that period, which is known to influence the child's nature and should be correlated with the present mental state. Here we come across in Indian culture, so many homeopaths have seen that mortification, humiliation and strong. The mother during her pregnancy feels neglected. Her husband is not concerned for her, or she is not taken good care of. Another situation, she is not allowed to fulfill her ambition or is refrained from doing the things she desires. Another situation, the mother-in-law or any other family members frequently insult her for no reason in the front of servants. She feels that her emotions bear no importance to her husband and in-laws. Her ego is hurt. These things may have led to frequent quarrels between them. We have seen many patients who have the same story, same situation, and the difference of opinion because of this thing. So, in a repertory language, if we take the rubrics for mortification, humiliation, ailments from, honor wounded, ailments from being strong, and ailments from ambition deceived. Another situation during pregnancy, mother's state, deception. A woman after marriage discovered that her husband is having extramarital affairs. She has no warm affection from her husband. And that situation can be studied through repertory, ailments from deception, ailments from anger, vexation, grief, love, disappointment. Third situation, disappointment. When husband does not allow wife to keep contact with her family members, she becomes disappointed. That thing, ailments from disappointment. So here the exact situation can be learned. Mother during pregnancy feel like that my importance is not being there in my family. They are not taking care. They are not considering me as a family member. I have been treated not in the way as I should have been. This is the common feeling we have seen in my practice during pregnancy. There are many medicines, and that is why you may thought about initially lectinidum, naja, platina, palladium, even staphysagria. I was also thinking same medicines, but after seeing and after getting the results, more than dozen of women successfully treated with a Veratrum, I have come to conclusion that Veratrum R is a missing from the repertory and Maria Medica, in particular this rubrics. Here now, child of Veratrum are very active and hyper. There is a continuous desire to be busy. It is ceaseless energy compelling patient to be busy all the time, and that we can see in a tarantula, iodum, tuberculinum, even in a Merxol. It is likely to be activity for its own sake without any purpose. There is no purpose, there is no any ambition or to do things at that time. For example, arranging his toys or books. In such condition, children, it is unceasing painting, singing, playing, and running about in room. They are very much mischievous. They undertake many things to do, but perceive in nothing. Important is that. So this thing can be in a repertory language. We take the rubrics. Restlessness, very commonly we take. Activity, desire for is there. Antics, play. Runs about in the room. Mischievousness. Singing, cheerful joys. And if you see in a repertory synthesis repertory or a radar, energy, excessive of energy, we have a lachesis in medodynam. But Veratrum is also there. It is our experience, or whatever we can say, we can always look in the repertory for a 3 mark remedies, and we will not give that important to 2 mark or 1 mark. But if you match with other symptoms, definitely we should consider. These children are very inquisitive, ask many questions to elders, such as what happens after death, who is God. You must have experience, those who are practitioners. Children are asking so many questions and they want to know what is, from where the God is coming. Such type of questions are repeatedly they are asking. So inquisitiveness, curiosity is there. Due to curiosity, they like to touch everything and wants to know about it. In consulting also room, we observe that during history also, they cannot sit at one place and then they touch everything with a curiosity. That can be taken in a rubric form: intellectual curiosity, touch, impulse too. They demand parents' attention, does not like to remain alone, fear of being alone, complete desire because of the required attentions. They are very egoistic. They believe in lots of formalities and will demand lots of attention whenever they do. You should always, when taking the case, how you interpreted ego in children, very interesting. We have many children who always expect that they should call with their name in consulting room. Otherwise, they will not come. They should be respected with their names. Whenever any invitation is there, their name should be right on the invitation card. Such examples, small examples are given by parents, but we generally neglect or we will not consider. And that shows that their ego. So to take the ego in children, we require certain examples. They imitate others very easily, especially for the class teachers, elders, and friends. We have seen many children comes in a consulting room and the parent says to child, just show how your teacher teaches. Show how your uncle behaves at home. How your grand, another very important thing you will observe in these children. They are liars. Basically, they are deceitful, and that is why they speaks lie. To anybody, even to teachers, to parents, without hesitation, especially for homework. If they don't want to go to school, they speak lie. So they speak lie very easily. They can even pretend to be sick or feigning sickness is one of the important symptoms. Because they speak or they excuses or they give the false answer to you. They are bullied at school. The teacher is very harsh to them, or not enough sleep yesterday night, or they want to stay at home. And the play can all influence a child to feign illness. So for not to go to school, they does a drama and they become feigning sickness. They are big boasters, always talking about themselves and showing off their things to their friends as if they are very rich. For example, purchase a new ornaments, mobile, etc. They want to show to their friends, and the boasting is one of the important symptoms. Rich wishes considered to be rubric boaster. Rich wishes we consider as a Lepsis, Lyco, and Verato are there. They have violent anger. They screams. They spits on others. One of the most important symptoms you should consider, even though it's only 1 mark given in repertory. If you have experience and you are seeing in your practice more patient, you should give more ranking to that particular drug. So these children breaks and throw things. That are many other medicines are there, but Veratum is one of the remedy. The anger phase of children in Veratum last stage is insanity, which I have not seen in my practice, but in a literature, when they have mentioned that Veratum children eats their own excreta, bites their own shoes, they require Veratum alb. It is said that Hahnemann has seen so many children of Veratum in insanity and in mental asylum if the children of this stage require Veratum alb. These people, this adult, very egoistic that you have seen in that patient also, they believe in themselves to be superior to those around them. They believe themselves to be the only normal and the others are subnormal. Others are subnormal. They believe themselves are superior. And so that is why egotism is there. They spoke inappropriately loudly. The most striking characteristic is the arrogant or dogmatism with which they express their opinions. They dominate, arrogant behavior. They are very bossy people and always arguing with other people for no matter or little things or small things. They argue. As they are too untidy, or they are listening to music with a loud voice, such small things, if they are untidy, small things, listening somebody with a loud noise, such small things, on that they argue and then do just bossing you. Because of that attitude, they are intolerant and quite unable to maintain reasonable relations with others. And that we can take in a repertory language, haughtiness. See, all other remedies have also ego, so you can consider all other remedies also in this particular state of mind. How to differentiate with Veratrum, Lyco, and Aurum egotism? Many times, many doctors, students are asking and they're confused. So I like to share that Veratrum patients believe in themselves to be superior. Lyco also, both are egoistic, Veratrum, Lyco, but they are mean, they are selfish, and they are very diplomatic. Aurum ego is totally different. The ego, because of they does everything with a very pride. They have ego of their own responsibility and wants to do or fulfill in the best way. So whatever they perform is the best, and for that they have pride and they have ego. So here Lyco and Veratrum, selfishness is there, meaninglessness is there. Superiority. They love to talk about themselves and show off themselves like platina and palladium. They desire to be rich. In a kitty parties, these women show off their own new ornaments or saris or their new cars and praise themselves. They may appear to be humble, that is another very different side of it, or disinterested in their self-image, but in reality, they care very much. And they have desire to be exceptional, to be unique, and to be something out of the ordinary. They want to show. They want to be something unique, different than others. जरा हटके होना चाहिए. कॉमन जो है वो नहीं होना चाहिए इमेज इन सोसाइटी. As long as you praise them, they seem to take no notice. Though internally they crave such attention, as soon as you criticize them, they take it in bad part. Criticize cannot be tolerated. The ego. So rubric can be understand that extravagance flatter desire to be, foolish behavior happiness and pride, foppish haughty jewelry, desire to wear, longing for good opinions of others. We have a platina palladium is there. So they love perfumes, another very important symptoms of we have seen in our practice. Another important censorious, they find fault in others. Critical, always finds fault in others. Some people have a habit, whatever you do, they find a fault in you. This is because of their inflated ego. They will never satisfy. They find fault. Even though you give precious gift for them, they will find fault. When critical, they may insult their friends, colleagues, and family members. They find great pleasure in doing so, especially if they can criticize people in position of power. They really love power in the presence of others. They cannot tolerate if you find any fault or any critics on the power. And that is why in a repertory rubric we have a censorious Viratam. No doubt there are many other medicines. Thus, those who feel injustice will admire the Viratam patients for his courage. They find fault in any authority very easily. He becomes fearless to this situation and criticizes the people on whom his job is dependent, and usually ends up by losing his job. They don't mind in telling authority that you are wrong, or that they have a habit of finding fault in them. They don't mind if they lose their jobs. Whomsoever authority is there, they can speak on their face because they have a habit of finding fault in others, and that is why. Actually, such individuals lose their jobs because they become intolerable due to their unjust criticisms. And if you see the life situations of this patient, they frequently changes the job, not for better prospects, but they are kicked out by the management because they criticize the management very frequently. And that is why when we take the history, we should ask, why you frequently changes 10 companies? If you are satisfied with the salary, with your respect and everything, you should not change. But they always criticize. Violent anger, another very important. When they contradicted, they shouts and curse. They break the things. In the extreme stage, a person can even cut and mutilate others. So anger is very violent. Shock and fear, another very important elements of shock. We all know Viratam is one of the remedy. The loss of fluids, of pain, or loss of ego, loss of position, very important. They cannot stand any sudden shock. The shock may be pecuniary loss to a businessman. They are unable to recover from the shock. Same way, disappointment in love or failure in exam for the students causes shock. We have seen many students went into a shock because of the exam's result. Sometimes sudden joy or pleasant also gives the shock, like in winning new Mercedes car. Just giving the example. So sudden shock of joy, from joy. The married man had an extramarital affair by speaking and giving a false image about his traumatic married life to innocent women, adulterous veteran people. So they give a traumatic married life to innocent women. False history. Manic depressive psychosis and religious. They may felt very guilty about their behavior to hide that corrupt, adulterous image, and they became religious. Believe that he is a messenger from God. Delusion of being Christ or religious figure. One of the most important rubrics we have seen. There is also depression stage and despair of salvation. Negative feeling comes into the mind, compelling him to pray all the time. They become loquacious like hyoscyamus, ammonium, lachesis are the remedy. They sit in a corner and brood over it. The brooding over the own conditions is one of the most important. Another remedy is acid force. Oppression. Veratrum can be prone to obsessive compulsive disorders, obsession about the punctuality. They were not only punctual themselves, extremely indignant when others were late. They cannot tolerate. They cannot tolerate when the others can be late. But also live their life to a highly regimented regimen. Eating dinner exactly the same time every day, going to sleep exactly an hour after dinner. That is life schedule. They are generally pedantic about every little details. Whether it be a number of clothes in their wardrobe, they can know that. Or the way their wife arranges food in the dish also. It's a very particular part. They feel anxiety when their rigid routines are broken. I've seen many patients, 7:30 the dinner should be on table. They cannot tolerate, like to be irritable and lost their temper. So that arsenic Kalika often exhibits a mild degree of obsession, while syphilinum, veratrum and hyoscyamus often markedly obsessive. The more unhealthy the syphilitic type mentally, and the more likely these disorders are to occur. Thoughts persistence, thoughts compelling. Gradually they develop different kinds of delusions such as delusion cancer, delusion crisis, world on fire, rich is committed crime, deaf and dumb, pregnancies and deliver blue baby, pretended pregnancy. Such delusions they develop. So we have rubrics. Delusion Christ himself is only 1 3-mark primary variety. Delusion deaf and dumb. Delusion committed crime. Dr. Hanuman says, I have previously talked, veratrum that has the power to promote a cure. To cure, this was said by Dr. Hanuman. Almost 1/3 of the insane in a lunatic asylum with veratrum. So whenever you come across such type of patient, always think about this remedy. Now in a portrait, how to remember this drug. As I told you, they are egoistic. The name of the book is all self is egoistic lily. So elements of ego, whether it is a child, whether it is an adult, ailments from egotism, ailments from honor wounded, and the violent anger and haughtiness, that some people spits on the face, shouts, and some throw things. That is the one stage of Varatam. So here, the patient may come to in this stage also. Patient can come into second stage, where the inflated ego, they become more censorious and finding fault in others, fault in you. And they are hard with inferior people and very comfortable with superiors, or they can adjust. That's here you can compare with the lycopodium. So here, stage 2, patient can come in that. Then third is very important stage of fear of losing position in the society, power, and that causes anxiety, and that causes that's why they become liar. They have a lot of common feeling of adulterous feeling is there, and that also can cause guilt in them. So the guilt, you may sometimes confuse with the aurum maternum, but here the totally different person of Varatam. And to hide this image in the society, they become manic. Either they went into a depressive phase, psychosis phase, or they become religious and become saint. So these are the 4 stages. The patient can come to you in a 3rd stage, 2nd stage, 4th, or even a 1st stage. That we have to find from the history. So in summary, on mental level, what you have to remember, they are egoistic, they are restless, they are religious, deceitful, they love to do mimicry of others, adulterous, liar, boaster, unfortunate, maniacal. On physical level, voracious appetite, thirst for cold water, craving for ice water, love fruit, especially sour and salads, aversion to warm food. Again, if you have to remember in drug in a collapse, prostration, coldness, cold sweats on forehead, physical level, the headache is coming with a profuse flow of urine. You can see in equine Jelson ignatia, colic as if intestines were twisted, constipation from inactivity of rectum can be compared with Illumina silicia, Netanyahu and Sepia. Face pale, shrunken, collapsed look. Hands and feet icy cold. Cramps in place. Here again, you may find from the causative factor to this physical state directly ailments from deception, anger, tobacco, fright. There are many ailments of it. So it is easy to remember the drug. That's why. Clinically, I use this remedy. If you see, as I told you, in a tonsillitis child, if you see in a tonsillitis, the Varatam is not mentioned in the recurrent tonsillitis. So this was our research part, and so many patient benefits with a constitutional prescription, and that is why it was added in a synthesis 9.1. Clinically, I use this remedy: asthma, bronchitis, collapse, constipation, convulsions, dehydration, diarrhea, gastric disorders, insanity, behavior disorders. So I hope you would understood Varatam and egoistic lily clinically. Thank you very much.